Hey everybody, it's Slam Tilt, and this is Beetlejuice, or Beetlejuice, whatever is written on his headstone. I think it's pronounced Beetlejuice, but it's actually Beetlejuice in the literal sense. What am I saying? I don't know. This is Beetlejuice, and I am your host, Slam Tilt. And this is a wonderful game that I've been working on for the past few months. It's a reskin of Tales from the Crypt, but it's not an exact reskin. I have changed the layout and all kinds of other different things to make this a unique version of the game. But fundamentally, it is Tales from the Crypt. Now, I'm just going to give you a quick tour of the playfield before we actually play a game. I got the attract sequence playing, so I got this TV ad thing playing while the attract sequence. I always do this in my games, so I always have a fun track sequence. So, what have I changed? Well, on the Tales from the Crypt game, you'll notice that these are eyeballs, so I've changed those to drop targets on either side. BJ, of course, standing for Beetlejuice. I always prefer drop targets to stand-up targets. Stand-up targets are a cheap alternative to drop targets. So that's the first change straight away. These ramps are slightly different. This normally has like a ramp that goes up like a half pipe and across on the Tales from the Crypt, but I changed it to a scoop, which is the attic access, and then the VUK is at the back there. And this shot here has three different options. And then we obviously got the Beetlejuice sign there, which is all animated and lit up. So the main reason why I picked this game for a Beetlejuice pinball game was the headstone. I just wanted a headstone in the pinball game where I could hit it and the headstone would come down, revealing the grave behind it. You go into the grave and it starts to multiple. So that's what influenced my decision to pick this game. And I've only just recently finished the artwork, which was quite a simple job. Actually, I was a bit worried about it, but there's so much artwork out there that you can use if you just Google it. This is a fantastic piece created by, I think it's Frenchie, who is a renowned pinball artiste. So I used that. I could have used something else, but that would fit perfectly. And the rest of this stuff is from other artists out there that have done sort of artwork of their own creation, which I've put together into a single package. And I think it works really, really well. If you look close here, you can see on the plastics that I have used the artwork from the back glass again in the plastics, which is all you need. You don't really have to spend too much time working on plastics. It's probably the easiest art you'll ever do is working on plastics. And then the main characters in the game are Beetlejuice himself and Lydia, although there are other two characters which are Barbs and Adam, but certainly those guys don't appear in the sequels, so I would say that the Beetlejuice and Lydia are probably the main characters of the whole of the Beetlejuice, including the sequels. But there's no mention of the sequels in this game because I haven't seen the sequel. If the sequel is good enough, I will update this game with stuff from the sequel. If it's not, it will remain just the original Beetlejuice from the 1980s. So, I think that's everything. Oh yeah, I've added an extra bumper. There was 3 bumpers on the original Tales from the Crypt game, but I needed an extra bumper, so I put 4 bumpers, which I think is much, much better. As a background there, you'll just see Beetlejuice as a shadow there. Now that is a video player on the back wall, which I haven't finished yet, so I haven't decided what to put in there yet, but at the moment it's just a static image, but it will play certain videos to create an atmosphere. I think that's it. So generally, like I said, it is Tales from the Crypt, but it has been reskinned to be Beetlejuice. So we're going to play a game here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, what do we got here tonight, kids?
So, all games start with a skill shot. So you see there that those drop targets there, that's the sandworm. It's moving around, so I got to hit the first one.
You hate them, right?
I do hate them. So that gets faster and faster each time, and if you miss it, the value resets to the base value. So it's worth going for that, and you also get an increase in the ball saver each time you get a skill shot as well. Ball saver increases by 1 second each time. So, the main purpose of this game is to complete the features. The features are there on the bottom of the playfield. You can see them. There's 12 of them, based on 12 scenes from the movie. And to start the features, you hit the main scoop, but I have to hit the orbits first. Ooh,
say my name 3 times.
So I've got some animations in the game, but they are quite crude at this stage. I've got so much more to do. But the 2 stand-up targets on the left round there, the 2 small stand-up targets, they spell Beetle and Juice. And when those are lit, you can say Beetlejuice's name 3 times by hitting the inner loop, or the inner lane, which I just did there. And that all leads to an extra ball. Oh, dear. So that's a joke. That's a photograph that's taken of the player, and it's like I found the ugliest people on the internet just to sort of make it funny, because obviously I don't know who's playing this game. I know that I don't look like that guy, but it's funny that that's the picture that comes out. It's kind of like taking the piss out of Josie Jack's photo thing that it does. Right, let's see if I can hit the loops. Ugh. So I gotta hit the loops to light the feature at the main scoop.
It's your turn, honey.
The feature was lit at the beginning of the first ball, but I didn't get it in time. So most of the sound effects you'll hear are actually from the film, and I always try and do that. I always try and make the sound effects in a pinball game are organic to the source material. Is the multiplier.
Oh, that's my sculpture.
That is the captive balls mechanism, which has also changed from Tales from the Crypt, which was always a captive ball there, but I changed it to an option to capture the ball and create a captive ball. Come on, let's get the feature lit. It's not going to let me do it, is it? Alright, I'll tell you what, I'll go for the spider on the ramp, which is a creepy collection.
Are you available?
Each time you collect one of the creepy collections, it lights the Afterlife Assist, which is the game's mystery. So it's worth going for, and then when you collect all 4, you get an extra ball. Oh god, I'm not playing very well at all. Not playing very well at all! Terrible. You can skip the bonus by pressing either flipper, of course.
So stupid.
Insta ball return. Don't wait for it, just give it back. So, oh yeah, Beetlejuice is lit again, so let's hit it.
Beetle fruit?
Alright, just for a joke, the first time that Lydia says it, she gets it wrong. But the next 3 times you hit that, she will say Beetlejuice 3 times. So there's lots to do in this game. There's the attic door on the right.
How long is this gonna last?
I don't know. Let's try and get the skill shot again. Missed it. So the attic door will create fast ghosting, which is a play on fast scoring. And there's 4 random options there. And I've got to hit that door to open it first. I think you've got to knock 3 times to open it up. Oh! So you see how that works. It's kind of funny. The ugliest human beings I could find on the internet.
Hey, where'd you go?
Ah, right. So that's it. 5 balls done.
What's your name?
Let's enter my name. Wow, the highest score. Because I reset the high score, so it's no big deal.
You allowed yourself to be photographed. We cannot have a routine haunting like
So if you do have your photograph taken, it's random where the picture is taken in the game. You get told off by Juno. Juno is the afterlife assistant in the film. She just tells you off for having your photograph taken because it's proof of life after death. And we don't want to give the real, the living proof of life after death. It's supposed to be a secret. So let's get another game going.
Number 54,601.
So that's another joke. So you actually start with ticket number 54,601, and as you play the game, you will bring that ticket down and down and down and down. And when you get it to 0, you will be eligible to buy an extra ball at the end of the game. So it's an extra thing that you can work towards. Ooh, there is a feature ready to go.
Guy, come on.
What is it? Dinner party. Let's go.
I saw some ghosts. It's not a joke.
So I haven't added any movie clips yet, but there will be movie clips that will introduce each feature. This is the dinner party scene, so you know this one, it's very famous, where they all get possessed. And all I have to do is hit the roving arrow, which you can see is moving around the playfield. And every time I hit it, it will scream out, "Dale!"
Looks like we did, Barbara.
So that plays like a remixed version of that song. So all the songs that are in the film are in this game. That's very important. As is all of that wonderful music from Danny Elfman. That's all in the game as well. There's nothing exclusively written for this. You know, like you get an in-house music composer who tries to match what Danny Elfman did. And no, this is all Danny Elfman. And if you know what you're doing with sound design, you can make any piece of music fit a pinball game. You've got to edit the music, you've got to chop it around a little bit, but it is possible, which is why I always use movie soundtracks in my games. And the quotes in this game as well, there's more.
Whole life is a dark room. One big dark room.
Thanks, Lydia. Yeah, there's more quotes from Beetlejuice in this game
Maybe we should try that beetle guy.
than there is actually in the movie. He only has 17 minutes of time in the movie, but what I did is I took all of his quotes and then I sort of made some new quotes. So he says things that he never said in the movie. I've done that before in other pinball games when I needed more quotes. So you just cut and splice certain words and he creates more. It's kind of how, like, if you remember Gorgar, the original Gorgar, there was like 7 words and they created sentences from those same 7 words. So that's how you get a little bit more. And obviously in the real world they can't do that. They wouldn't have the permission from the licensed people to cut up anything. So they won't be able to use the original music and they wouldn't be able to use the original actors to the point where they can edit them to create more content. And now Beetlejuice is a great character and I can do the voice. It is quite an easy voice to do. But again, I'm not going to put my custom callouts in the game because I don't need to.
We're not completely helpless.
Right, so I've started multi-ball.
For people in our situation. Ghosts.
So once again, you know, this would have a movie clip playing. Movie clips are always the very, very last thing that I do because they are the biggest pain in the ass to add to the game because they take time. So this one is just hit the left ramp, right ramp. Whoa! And now hit the tombstone for the super jackpot. I've got to knock the tombstone down, then hit the grave for the super. So it's a very specific task in this multi-ball. And the spinners on the left and right increase the jackpot values depending on where the jackpot is. So that's probably the most successful multi-ball I've had for a long time. Normally I can't get both ramps going. So that's pretty decent.
Keep this simple. We can do
Alright, let's go for the skill shot again. It's moving a bit faster. Skill shot value 1. Damn it! And when you get the skill shot, I added a little graphic of the screen being shot with a bullet, and the sound effect is from one of those spaghetti westerns. It's actually Lee Van Cleef firing a shot in for a few dollars more. It's his gun. But you can get away with things like that in a game like this because the game itself, you know, this film, it's kind of like a cartoon, so you can get away with putting cartoon sounds in this.
Maybe we should try that.
Let's see if I can get Adam and Babs again. Adam and Babs. When they pop up, you've got to spell the word Maitlands. And I think that leads to an extra ball as well. There's lots of ways to get an extra ball because it's such a difficult game. There are 5 balls as standard. But, you know, I can only last a few minutes per game, even with 5 balls. I don't know if that's Future Pinball, but you know, Future Pinball is very, very difficult because the ball moves so fast. You know, if I was playing a real pinball game, I'd probably last a lot longer. But for some reason, Future Pinball is just lightning fast, which is the way I like it. So I've got to hit these 2 targets, Adam and Babs. As you can see there on the screen, well, you can't see it now, but there was the word Maitlands was being spelled out. And we've got an ender ball bonus, which gives a ranking based on how you did. So, not
Your
bad.
name.
Happy with that. Put in my name. High score again. So that's Beetlejuice as it stands at the moment. It's going to take my photograph again. That just makes me laugh, doesn't it? If it doesn't take your picture during the day, during the game, it will take your picture for the highest score. So there's so much more to this game to add. It will be released just the week before Halloween. That's the plan, providing I get 10,000 subscribers, of course. And when it's released, it should be finished by then. I should have all the movie clips added, more animations, more quotes. I'll probably tidy up some of the artwork. And it is a spectacular game. It's one of my favourites, but I say that every time I make a pinball game. I always say it's one of my favourites. But you see I use the artwork for the side cabinet as well. The same artwork that's on the back glass, I just made it for the side cabinet as well. So let's give you an idea of what a real Beetlejuice pinball game would look like. And it would be amazing in anybody's collection. Just the style. You know, Tim Burton's style, because he loves these stripes, these black and white stripes, and I kind of carried that across here for the side wall. And then there's swirlies. He likes his swirly mark, his swirly black and white thing there, just on the front of the cabinet as well. So it's very much got Tim Burton's style on it as well. Alrighty, so I'm going to do another video after this, which will be more complete with all the movie clips added, which is going to be more of a final game, and then I will release the game 1 week before Halloween. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all later. Toodaloo!